The song Road to Recovery is about reintegration and hope. You know, it's about a combat veteran who's, you know, reintegrating back into the civilian world. You know, he's having a hard time because, you know, we as warfighters, we're trained, you know, we're trained every day to fight war and be good at it. You know what I'm saying? But not one time do I recall that any of us was trained on how to deal with war, you know, being taken away from him, put back into the civilian world. So that's pretty much what the Road to Recovery's song is about. It's about reintegration and hope. What inspired me to write this song is pretty much looking in the mirror and seeing who I was. You know what I'm saying? I knew I wasn't a different person anymore. I knew that I changed, a lot of my mentality changed, and it's pretty much, I wrote a song about myself and also like my battle buddies that I serve with, seeing how they're living now, you know, and also seeing other service members that I don't know, you know, and I know there was an issue, you know what I'm saying, so I wanted to turn something negative into a positive, and hopefully, you know, I could change a couple of people's, couple of veterans' ways of thinking. You know what I'm saying? I myself, I've been diagnosed with a severe post-traumatic stress disorder by the VA, by several doctors, and I couldn't just, you know, like sit and just let it happen. You know what I mean? I always have to do something about it. You know, I gotta, like I said, I gotta turn something negative into a positive, because a lot of people don't know 18 veterans commit suicide every day. 18 veterans, I'm gonna say it again, 18 veterans commit suicide every day. And there's a problem. And there's either two things I could do about it. Either not say anything about it, or do something about it, and I choose to step up to the plate and be that voice. So that's what inspired me to write this song. Post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD, is basically anyone could get it. It's not just service members. It's pretty much anyone that witnessed a stressful event or a traumatic event in their life. Because, you know, we as, you know, humans and Americans, you know, we're not brought up in war. You know what I'm saying? So once we're put in a position and taken away from that, we're only going to react to, you know, we're going to react normal. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not used to it. And that's pretty much what post-traumatic stress disorder is. The symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder is trust, isolation, you know, nightmares, anger, frustration. You know, there's a lot of things. Depression, flashbacks. You know, the list goes on and on. But that's pretty much what a lot of symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder is. Post-traumatic stress disorder, otherwise PTSD, is treated pretty much by medication. You know, there's therapy sessions, there's group therapy sessions, there's prayer. But I think, in my opinion, the main thing is treated as support. Supporting, you know, family members, a loved one, whatnot, just support you no matter what and stick by you. My experience right now with PTSD and the treatment is I do take medication every day. You know, also therapy sessions, I do that. Also, I try group therapy sessions. It's really not my thing, but, you know, ironically, when you know, performing and creating music that I do, is kind of a way group therapy, you know, because I'm letting everything out there, you know, putting all my emotions, all my feelings into a song and spreading it out to everybody. So that's pretty much group therapy to me, because oh yeah, also is my kids, you know. My kids is a big help, you know, even just by being in the same room with them, and we don't even have to talk, just by being there with them, they're helping me out more than they think they do. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much my treatment right now. Oh, on the road scene, yeah, the video starts off with me sitting on the road, and it'll show that I'm, you know, looking over to the right, looking at that long road, and I sigh, you know, and that sigh represents, you know, I don't really know if I want to get on that road, because I know it's going to be hard, you know what I'm saying, but eventually, you know, later on you'll see me clench my fist, you know, I got some motivation, I I want to get better, and I take that first step, and that pretty much represents that I'm ready for whatever that road has to offer. And then later on, it shows me dropping down to my knees, and that pretty much represents all the struggles that we're gonna have to face in order to get recovered. It also represents, that I don't want, anything that's gonna happen, like I don't want to live no more, or I can't go on. I'm gonna let this thing beat me up. You know what I'm saying? But later on, you'll see that I get back up. I'm a little sluggish. I'm really out of it, but I'm gonna push forward. So I'm pushing forward, and later on, it comes to my kids running up to me. And they're carrying me, helping me along the way, and it represents two things: trust and support. Because and also wanted to let everyone know that we have people there to support us. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta trust them. It's gonna be hard. I already know it's gonna be hard, but there's gotta be a time, a breaking point when we realize that we got people that are supportive, whether it's family, a wife, girlfriend, husband. We got people there for us. So it's all gonna come down to opening up, to the people that really matter and that loves and support us. So and then also to let everyone know that they're not alone. They don't have to be on that road by themselves, because they got people that's there. All they got to do is just pretty much open up and let them in. So yeah. My experience with this video was outstanding, man. For one, I never, out of all the videos that I've done, I've never had makeup put on me, and Lorraine, shout out to Lorraine too, she did a good job, you know what I'm saying? At first I was kind of lost. I'm like, okay, I gotta put makeup on, why? But then I learned that, makeup actually makes a big difference when filming videos, so that's something that I really learned, and I won't forget that. Also, having troops, from every branch of service actually there in uniform. They're all moving at the same time, in uniformity. We had the Army, the Marines, the Navy, the Air Force, the Coast Guard. We're out there, and it was all love, and everyone was moving at the same time. And I have never seen that in my whole 10 years in the military. And I thought that was crazy, and everybody got along. Yeah, there was, we were cracking jokes, but it's all in fun. That's something that I know I can take away and say I'm proud to be a part of that, and I'm proud to make that happen along with Daryl. And speaking of Daryl, man, he's a awesome director, man. What can I say? 90% of what you've seen in the Road to Recovery video, it pretty much came from him. He took the song and he ran with it, and he hit me back after I sent him the song, and he already had ideas, and you can tell, Daryl's a proven professional, I want to say. We actually sat down at my kitchen table for 6 hours, and he made the script. You know what I'm saying? I'll throw my little ideas in there, but half of them will get kicked back, or some of them, he'll like and he'll actually use. So I think I, got 10% or 5% of being a little director. But no, Daryl's a professional, so I see a big future coming from him. We're talking, we're planning more videos in the future, so we're not done. You know what I'm saying? We're not done. Also, having my kids there with me, it meant a lot to me. Having my family there with me, a lot of my family members was there, and I never really had my family involved in what I do. You know what I'm saying? And it really meant a lot to me, and I'll never forget it. And also Jackie, working with Jackie was great. She was a professional all the time. I work with a lot of people, but she pretty much takes the cake. You know what I'm saying? She's a professional, came on time. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty hard. That's pretty hard in this business. But she was there, she was hungry, and you could tell, and it just made it easier for me to concentrate on what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? I had to concentrate on, you know, doing and performing and doing a good job for all the troops and all the veterans out there and all in the military families. You know, she just made it a lot easier. What else? You know, if I have to pick out my favorite scene in it, I would have to say is helping the veteran. I have a lot, you know what I'm saying, but if I had to pick one, I would have to say my favorite part of the video is when I'm seeing the distressed veteran, you know, and he's sitting down there, and you know, I'm happy with my wife and everything's cool now, we're hugging, and you know, everything's cool. And I look over and I see the distressed veteran sitting off, you know, and I myself know what he was going through, so I take it upon myself to, now that I'm put in a position, I gotta help another veteran out. And I walk over to him, I told him, and then I tell him, you know, it's gonna be all right. I'll be on this road to recovery with you. You know, so that's, yeah, that really got me right here.